If we take a positive from this year, it is that one of our players made the Copa Libertadores dream team, and that was Igor. Very proud of him, even though, his drinking problem has become quite a bit of a problem. But that, my friends, is the only good news, because our rating with the board has slipped to a B-. We only have 2 matches remaining in the season, and our survival in Serie A, well, that's still in question. We were able to secure a very impressive 3-1 home victory against Atletico Paranaense with Pereira and Manuel Rodriguez scoring goals. Rodriguez with a brace in this one. A pair of assists for Vinicius, who won the man of the match. However, that is the only win we have had in some time. In fact, it was the only goals we had scored in some time. Since the 4-2 loss against Vitória, we dropped a 2-0 decision on the road to Grêmio. We lost 1-0 to Atlético Mineiro and had the same result on the road at Vasco da Gama. In both of those last 2 matches, we had goals overturned by VAR. They had goals affirmed by VAR. It seemed like every decision was going against us. And there were only 2 matches remaining on our schedule. On the road at Bragantino, at home against Santos. The one thing you may notice on the previous meetings, it doesn't look really good for us. And that's made even worse because we are only 1 point clear of Bragantino in 17th place. If we do not beat them, I do not believe we are going to have enough gas in order to remain in Serie A. And if we get demoted to Serie B, I don't know if we, as a coach, are going to still be around. And that's highly disappointing because I was, up until this little section of the season, really enjoying playing this save. And I got to tell you right now, the thrill is gone. That will change, however, if we are able to get past Bragantino. A win or even a draw may be enough, because I don't know if Bragantino is going to win their last match. As you can see, we've made some minor tweaks to the tactic. We now have Vinicius, who has been rated for like the last 2 months as the best offensive defensive player. We've got him as an advanced wingback on the outside, which means Rodriguez is cutting inside. He is a massive goal threat, so we might as well take advantage of it. He is currently our goal-scoring leader. We've also moved Edson Jose out to the right-hand side, which means Lionel Turqueta is moving into the middle. We've gotten a little bit more defensively minded in the midfield on when we are out of possession, as Beto is joined by Leonardo. The 2 of them now instead of just the 1. Beto no longer dropping in as a center back. I felt like we were like this flat line of 5, and guys were finding a space in between and getting shots off and absolutely destroying us. So here we go. Jonathan in goal, a back 4 of Vinicius, Igor, Canella, and Zorzanon. Beto at the base of the midfield behind Turqueta and Leonardo. It's going to be Manuel Rodriguez on the left side, Edson Jose on the right, and Arisvaldo Pereira getting the start up front. We gave the "what do we have to lose, no pressure on us" team talk in the last match, and it served us well. So we're trying that again. We are on the road. We've gone more attacking just in general because we've needed to create those opportunities. It's so good to have Beto back, even though he's been kind of mediocre in his return. He really needs to get his sea legs back under him, but having him out on the pitch makes me feel really good because it means I get to put Igor and Canella back together again. We've had so many injuries this year. We've had so much disappointment. We've had so many people just absolutely pissed off, and Leonardo using it to his advantage. 4 minutes in, Ituano 1, Red Bull Bragantino 0, and that was an absolutely glorious finish from Leonardo off of the final third throw-in, just around the edge of the box, found himself a lane, clanked it in off of the far post to give us the 1-0 lead on our first shot on goal. Now, possession has not been our forte recently. We are doing a little bit more playing on the counterattack. We're seeing how it goes, how it works for us. So far, so decent, but Mascara gets around Zorzanon, stops, lays it back to Eric Ramirez. Wagner Leonardo picked off by Edson Jose. Let's go the other way. Come on, counterattack, boys, counterattack. Edson Jose up that right wing, waiting for support in the box. He's got some, plays it in, finds Manuel Rodriguez. The flag stays down, and it is now 2-0 Ituano. You know what the secret was? The secret was I replaced the battery in my mouse, and all of a sudden, we are winning again. It is amazing how that works. But off of the ensuing kickoff, Beto stealing it away. Turqueta. Pereira lays it to Leonardo. Near side, Ivanzinho over the top. Edson Jose in. He shoots. He scores. Flag stays down. It's Ituano 3, Bragantino 0. And all of a sudden, we are absolutely off to the races. VAR says it is a good goal. And this highlight is going to bear out that decision. Ivanzinho finding Edson Jose. Oh my goodness gracious. We did have a team talk before, we had a team meeting before this match. And, we said that, hey, yeah, we're not doing so great and we may get relegated, but this match is not the be all end all. And it was a bit of a mixed reaction. Beto was one of the players that was like, yeah, dude, what are you talking about? But we seem to have reacted very nicely. Turqueta through the defense. Edson Jose is in. This time the flag does go up, however. VAR is going to have a look, but I think that this one is coming back. If it doesn't, we're up by 4, 30 minutes in. However, it has been disallowed as we expected, and our lead remains at 3. Hopefully that is not a turning point in this match. Now, if we do hold on to win, that means we are safe, and we are in Serie A for another season. And I got to tell you, heading into this one, it did not look like that was going to be a possibility. I do need to keep my mouth shut right now, though, because there is still a ton of football to play. Altamira into the middle for Isidro Pitta. He drills it home, and it is now Bragantino 1, Ituano 3. And this was what I was afraid of. And it was this kind of cross. These low crosses come in, and they're just able to get a step on our player, get that positioning in, and Jonathan, he's just not very good at those. Zorzanon to throw it in, though. We still have about 6-7 minutes remaining. 7-8 minutes, I should say. 6-7. Al Rodriguez is in. Igor chipping it forward. Manuel Rodriguez, well placed, not only in his positioning, but in the shot. And we are back up by 3. I was completely not expecting this to happen. Chipped forward by Igor. Manuel Rodriguez just cuts in behind the defender, gets his left foot on it, and puts that in. I was too busy doing this to really be paying attention. But like I was saying, there's still plenty of time left in this first half for Bragantino to get something done, and we are getting destroyed on the back post this season. It has just been an epidemic, and Gabriel Mascara sending it into the far post for Gabriel Mascardo. And it is a 2-goal match once again. So let's say no pressure again. I do want to tell the team to calm down, but it's been my experience that is really not the best thing that we could possibly do. However, we are at halftime, so 45 minutes left to go. We do have a 2-goal lead. I'm going to say we're doing brilliantly. Keep going. Oh, and you may have noticed we have lost our assistant manager. He has been poached and not yet replaced. Zorzanon playing it back to Canella as we get this second half underway. Zorzanon not having the greatest of matches, so it may be time to bring Souza Silva in sooner rather than later. Turqueta, Beto, and Arisvaldo Pereira also playing just kind of okay. We do only have 5 shots to their 8, but all 5 of our shots have been on target, and that is... well, that's a big difference from where we have been. I mean, we've had like 14, 15 shots with like 3 on target in so many matches. John dropping it back. Moscardo, Pita getting it back quickly. Great 1-2 with Mascara. He chips Jonathan and it somehow rolls in off of the post to make it 3-4. And this is just, we're not even stepping up. But Igor gets beat. Jonathan off of his line, and God, that lucky bounce. So we must demand more from our team, and changes must be made. Zorzanon is coming off, so Sousa Silva is in. Beto, again, just not. Eric is in his place as we make those 2 adjustments. And I'm going to remove the get stuck in instruction because that could have been what led Igor to press just that little bit extra to allow Pita through. Come on, guys. Oh, my goodness. Corner kick short. We didn't have anyone covering it. So Mascara plays it into the box. Ramirez has a lane, a shot, and blissfully it ricochets off of the crossbar because Jonathan definitely was beat again on that one. 10 minutes remaining in this match. Jonathan again not playing fantastic. I have considered making it. If we do hang on, I may do something else in goal just to see what happens, because if we do hang on, that gives us 4 points ahead of Bragantino with just the 1 match left for both teams. And I think, my friends, it is going to happen. We are going to win on the road at Bragantino, even though they were the much better team in this match. 4-3, your final. Igor de Manuel Rodriguez was the difference. Who would have thought that in a 7-goal match, the game winner would have been scored in the 38th minute? But we have secured safety once again, and we are going to spend another season in Serie A. We've done it by the skin of our teeth, even on points with Santos and Juventud. We're actually in 14th place. We do not have the ability to make the South American competitions, however, so we'll be able to just completely focus on Serie A next year. I do not know if you could even fathom how much of a weight that is off of my shoulders, because I was this close to ending this series. But another year in Serie A and a chance to bounce back. Looking forward to that. We've got 1 match left. It's against Santos. It's at home. We're making 4 changes. It's going to be Sousa Silva coming in as our right back. We're going to give our young Mr. Jesus Quiroz, a 16-year-old. Well, he's 17 now. He just turned 17 at the end of October. He is going to get a very rare start and appearance in place of Lionel Torqueta. We're going to bring in Luis Roberto. Ivan Zinho, we're making 5 changes. Ivan Zinho is suspended, so he is unavailable for this one. We will get Viteres on the bench for his swan song. I believe he is gone at the end of this year. And Manuel Rodriguez is going to the bench, and Fabiano Jäger coming in his place. Well, I don't know if this is true, but my team talk was able to let me say to the team we could move into a qualification spot with a win here. I'm not sure if that is true, but if it is, bang on. Let's go after it. Let's play in the Copa Sudamericana if we can get there. So, what I was saying about Viteres, look, he's 28 years old, turning 29. Didn't get a lot of playing time this year, did score a single goal in very limited appearances. We just have a ton of young talent that is ready to take over, and Viteres has basically hit his ceiling, so it is time, sadly, to move on. We're going to be doing most likely the same thing with Canella. Luis Henrique, we ended up loaning him out. I think we're going to keep him around for next year. It's still going to be Igor and Canella as our primary center backs, but I think that Henrique is going to be a very suitable third choice option. Mateus Henrique around the side. David Nogueira offside. He pulled it wide anyway, but 15 and a half minutes in. Still no score between Ituano and Santos, a team that frankly made us look bad on a number of different occasions this year. So I'm not 100% sure if we are actually going to be the team that comes out on top in this one. Bragantino, by the way, they have officially been relegated back down to Serie B. So they started in Serie A, they went down to B, back it up. Come on, Velasquez. How many? You are a good player. You are a talented player. I like you. You are a young option to put at left back. But the number of times you get called for penalties has just been absolutely absurd this year, and we may need to look at him to see if he is truly going to be a viable option for us in the future. I mean, we've got Ivanzinho, who is a tremendous player. Oh, Jonathan, thank you so very much for keeping this a 0-0 match. Ivanzinho is already rated a standard Serie A starter at the age of, 19, I think? He may be 20. 21 on the tops. I mean, for the most part, we have our starting 11 has been like 22 or young. Like, our average age is ridiculously low. So we do still have some growing pains. I will grant that. Jaeger dropping it off. Velasquez, a chance to redeem himself. Leonardo. Oh, what a stop. What a spin. What a pass. Luis Roberto with the goal. It's 1-0 pending the VAR decision. They are checking on the goal, and they have awarded it. It's 1-0. That is what we needed. Velasquez, I mean, this was a tremendous play by Leonardo. Just putting on the brakes, spinning around, putting the pass into space, only where Luis Roberto could get it. And we have that all-important 1-0 lead in this match. Let's look at the table. I mean, we're in 14th. Paranaense is currently losing to Juventus, so we're behind them. If Paranaense ends up winning and Juventus loses, we would move ahead of them into 13th. I don't know if 13th is going to get anything for us. We've never been that far down the Serie A table. We finished in 6th last year, and that was the best that we had done. So we are going to have 3 consecutive seasons in Serie A, so we were able to beat the drop, and I'm sure that our expectations for next year are going to be increased. We are just trying to avoid relegation. Quiros has picked up a knock, so we are going to get him out of this match. We'll put Ethelberto in, although part of me really wanted to put in Vitores just for that one last time. Good job, Jonathan, getting off of his line to put the stop to that one. He'll boot it long. We've played 61 minutes. Romerito plays to the head, but Velasquez is there. Finds Jaeger. Leonardo into space. Pereira in behind the defense, and that was a terrible finish, my friends. Massive chances going a-begging. Ball sent forward off of the free kick. We win it back. Ethelberto to Fabiano Jaeger. He's got Osvaldo Pereira in the middle. Jaeger's still with it into the box. Chips it over. Pereira hits the crossbar. That is 2 in a row that Pereira was unable to bury. Velasquez into the middle. Can't pick out Ethelberto. Beto. Leonardo feeding Souza Silva, but the assistance flag is up, and we will use this opportunity to make changes. Why is Ethelberto in red? I have absolutely no idea, but Leonardo is coming out. Victor Ace is coming in one last time. We're going to get Velasquez off and put in Zorzanon in his place. Not really his best position, but you know what? Needs must. 11 shots on goal for Santos, 3 of them on target. All 3 stopped by Jonathan. Good job by Souza Silva, not only winning the ball back, but keeping it in along the near sideline. Sent forward by Luis Roberto. Pereira drops back. Vitores has it. He's got a man on the left. Feeds Zorzanon. Edge of the box to his right foot. He tries to bury it in the top corner, and he missed it by that much. So 20 minutes and change left to go, and we are still clinging on to this 1-0 lead. Do we have anybody we can play at left wing in place of Fabiano Jaeger? Yeah, let's put in Lionel Torqueta as we make one final change in this match. with Santos in control, trying to get one back. Azul back for Remerito. Still in their end. We're doing a pretty good job of holding them at bay for the moment. Near side, Schmoller. Melo sending it forward. Can't pick out Nogueira. Igor wins it up for Ethelberto. Luis Roberto now on the right wing. Sending it into space. No red jerseys in the area, so Schmoller is going to go back and get it for Santos. But right now, things are looking pretty good. In fact, we are going to drop back to a more balanced mentality with just over 5 minutes remaining in this match. That could have been the absolute kiss of death. I think as soon as you go more defensive in any way, shape, or form, yeah, look at that ball through Azul into the middle, finds Juninho. I mean, seeing eye passes left, right, and center, and how they get their guys to cut into the middle like that, aggressively like that, and the pass. I mean, come on. That pass should never have gotten through to Azul, and then Juninho just splitting the defense. Canella with just being a step behind, even though he's got like 14 pace. Doesn't matter. We are always going to get snake bit this year. So we got to just brush it off. We've got to write off this season and just say, hey, next year we will do better. 5 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. Luis Roberto up the right wing, putting in the middle. See, Turqueta not getting in front of the guy, allowing the defender to get position. Victor Ace! Oh, Zorzanan just missing that one high and wide. Goal kick for Santos. That could have been our best opportunity. Schmoller playing it to Melo. Adalberto steps in front of that. Luis Roberto into the middle. Torqueta's got it. We'll circle back around. Feeds Zorzanan. His shot again. So very close. Zorzanan playing out of position. And he's had a ton of tremendous opportunities. He just could not take advantage of any of them. We did manage to go unbeaten in our final 3 matches of the season. We picked up 1 more point. We finish in 15th on 44 points, ultimately 5 points clear of the drop zone. Santos is staying up as well. Bragantino's, Ceará, Atlético Mineiro, and Athletic have all been dropped in the Série B. Could we have done better this year? Absolutely. Should we have done better? Yeah, probably. But we made it to the quarterfinals of the Copa Libertadores. It's just a shame we're not going to be there next year. But all we can do is go up, right? Right? We need to avoid relegation next year. We need to be more consistent, and we need to stay healthier. We're going to be looking to make some staff changes in the off season as we look to build up for our 3rd season in Serie A. We want to get back into South American competition. We want to get back into the knockout rounds or at least the 4th round, maybe beyond that, in the Copa do Brasil. We want to build on this year. It was a minor step back, but we're just going to keep on trucking forward.